This is $13 for cheese. It's not gonna work. We can't pay $13 for cheese, but we can pay $3.99.
Single parent Gerty in Eugene uses SNAP for her and her 2 young girls. Gerty shares just how hard it is to stretch 400 SNAP dollars at the grocery store these days with the skyrocketing cost of food.
I work hard. I'm not unemployed. And so I feel angry that at this point, the government, the state are so unable to take care of us, unable to take care of our needs.
You're right here. Do it.
Last year, the Trump administration made the biggest cuts in the history of the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, SNAP, our nation's main line of defense against hunger. In the few months since April 2025, roughly 70,000 Oregonians have already dropped off the SNAP program. This will be devastating for the families already struggling financially in our communities. At the same time, the federal government also clawed back federal funding to food pantries around the country, including the Oregon Food Bank. Combined, these attacks on our state safety net are causing havoc for families struggling to put food on the table as the price of groceries soars.
To go to the grocery store right now with $400 and some a month, it's challenging. I don't really bring the kids anymore. It feels really bad when they want something to be like, that's not in our budget, So I want SNAP to be protected. I want people to feel held when they have major life events that shake them or they're just struggling in general. When I go to buy food and I look at the prices of just the essentials, eggs, milk, butter, cheese, it's astounding to see how high the prices are.
Almost $8. Still not. Yeah, you can get out. Here, I can help you.
Gerty is far from alone in struggling to feed her family and having to deal with increased red tape when it comes to accessing SNAP. As Matt Newell-Ching, Public Policy Manager at the Oregon Food Bank, explains, tens of thousands of Oregonians have lost access to SNAP since Congress slashed support for the nation's most important nutrition program. How have the cuts to SNAP affected the ability of Oregon families to put food on the table?
Yeah, it's been really, really hard, right? People lose the ability to receive assistance through SNAP. It forces some incredibly difficult choices, especially as the cost of food goes up, right? So one of the main things that people do is turn to community agencies like food pantries, and I mean that's where we come in, and we're also seeing and hearing every day that food pantries, the shelves are getting more bare and more bare because we've got more people coming in requesting food, and we cannot wave a magic wand and create more food in our system. We wish we could. In fact, the Trump administration in January of 2025 decided that they were no longer going to provide. It ended up netting about 90 truckloads of food to Oregon. They cut this program nationally, right? The impact to Oregon specific. So their impacts, they weren't targeting Oregon. They were just targeting this entire program, right? But USDA had this program, and effectively Oregon last year we were going to receive 90 truckloads of food. That's 3 million meals that was going to be provided by the federal government, all of a sudden gone. And so we could no longer, count on those. So at the same time, more people are requesting food and needing food because of these SNAP cuts. Our network is essentially receiving less food.
So, Matt, let's talk about what you're seeing on the ground right now at these Oregon food pantries. What are some trends that you and your staff are observing as we watch these SNAP cuts roll out? What are you guys seeing on the ground?
We're seeing more families with kids. We're seeing more seniors. We're seeing people who are coming on behalf of other people. It's also, a trend of who we're not seeing. We are, we've had a lot of reports that people with various immigration statuses, including a lot of people who are documented, that don't want to show up because of the risk that there might be, ICE presence.
So you're saying that you guys are seeing a huge surge in visits. Can you talk about the rising numbers that you're seeing and how that's affecting your supply of food?
Sure. So I believe at the end of the last quarter, there were 2.9 million visits to the 1,200 agencies, out across the state. That's again we're at record highs right now. But we are now seeing just things like steadily rising. And to be clear, it was rising, steadily before, but it really spiked up after the passage of HR1.
For Oregonians who wish to get involved with this unfolding crisis at the food pantries right now and the cuts to SNAP, what can people do?
Yeah, thanks so much for asking, Jesselyn. Please visit OregonFoodBank.org. We've got a long list of things that people can do, from volunteering. You can use the Oregon Food Finder tool to volunteer. And also, we have a section to advocate. You can go on our advocate page right now. There's an action alert about the Farm Bill to ask our congressional delegation to not pass a Farm Bill that doesn't, that rubber stamps the changes in HR1. So lots of things that folks can do. And no matter what you are able to help out with, we are very grateful. So